Standing. So welcome everybody to Tuesday night. Is it Tuesday night? I thought it was Wednesday today. So I was out this morning at 6 in the morning trying to take the trash out, learning that it was only Tuesday. So glad to be Tuesday Pilates, 7 to 8 o'clock. This will be building on what we've been doing so far. I'm going to add a little bit of standing work. Somebody else has come on, so welcome. I think I know who it is. Hello, Mom.
Hi, darling.
Hi, I'm just going to mute you guys, okay?
Yes, dear.
All right.
Don't you wish you could do that more often?
Okay, bye. A moment too soon, or too slow. So welcome everybody again to Pilates at 7 to 8 on a Tuesday night. We're working still on fundamentals. So again, stuff you're going to find in a level 1 beginner mat class. Don't be fooled. These exercises are challenging. But if we do the right building blocks, you can do everything in Pilates. I'm already noticing a big difference practicing regularly 3 times a week. So I hope you are too. We'll start standing. Feet about shoulder distance apart. And of course, we'll start with some breathing. So just take a moment to just arrive in the space. Arrive on the floor with your feet. So spread out your toes, anchor the feet. And again, just start with your breath. So inhaling deeply into the ribs, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Do that a few times. Inhaling, think of ribs wide to the side and deep to the low ribs. And as we exhale, it's like you're blowing out a straw or pushing a feather away. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. So this breath is really going to help you throughout class. Especially as some of the exercises get a little bit harder. So just starting with a really nice squat here, sitting back in those heels as your butt goes back, and exhale to come up. So inhale, coming back down, and exhale to come up. There's the light. So the hips are gonna go back first, then the knees bend. It's almost, you can't even tell which goes first, but it's hips, knees. So transferring the weight to the heels when we sit back and transferring the weight to the balls of the feet as we stand up. 2 more times. Arms just moving in parallel here. Nice. And then take your feet a little bit wider, toes out, heels together. Inhale, arms wide. Sinking down. Very nice. And exhale, coming back up. Warming up the outer hips, inner thigh stretches, warming up our shoulders. Amazing. And connecting with that breath, right? So you want to move slow enough that you can move with your breath. We'll do 2 more times. And last one. Beautiful. The next time you sink down, you're going to turn towards me and take your hands to your hips. Now you're kind of prepped already for a lunge position. Yeah, you're going to sink down and tap your back leg in to meet the front leg. So we're going to repeat. Take a big step back with the same leg and tap the toe. Sink down. It's harder without the arms. When you're ready, if you're ready, add your opposite arm to leg. So if your right leg is forward, your left arm is coming up as you sink down. Just do whatever feels natural, in all honesty. It's like walking. All right, now as an option, you're gonna add the knee to come up and pause at the top for a little balance. Come down and press up. Stand tall. That's it. Very good. A little switch back with the arms and the shoulders. 2 more times. And last one, hold it up. Good, step back, turn to the front. Now, if you need to, trust yourself, turn away from me. Hands to the hips, we'll just do those lunges with no arms. So lunge, and tap. With these lunges, it's really about the front leg. Good, Patty. Sink the spine down straight like an elevator. So we're not pitching the chest forward on these ones in particular. And as you like, adding those arms like you're running. Coordinating breath with movement. Let's inhale to come back. And exhale to bring the toe up or even bring the knee up. 4 more times. 3. So moving slow, my heart rate's definitely coming up here. Hope yours is too. And last one, hold the lunge, turn to the front, and then Charlie Chaplin your feet to parallel. Nice. Take the hands to the hips. We're just gonna do a little side lunge and center and go to the other side. So side lunge and center. So notice that one leg, the inside leg, stays straight. My butt goes way back like it does in the squat, and my chest pitches forward. Good. Last 4. And stand tall. 3. And up. Really feel and connect with the floor with your feet. And good. Now this time, we're just gonna squat, a very narrow squat, and a side leg. Come down and squat, sit back in those heels, and side. So a little bit of balance, not much. Imagining my leg, I'm not moving it forward or back, I'm just moving it to the side. Just kind of get that outer side hip, good. So the toes and the knees point forward. They don't turn up or down. Woo! Last one on the right, and pause, super. Charlie Chaplin, those feet wider again. Maybe a little wider than your shoulders. Spread your toes. We're gonna do what's called a roll down. So you're gonna let the weight of your head, draw your shoulders forward, bend your knees if you need to, and articulate your spine all the way down. If your hands find the floor, great. If not, great. Once you get down there, let your head go. Coming back up, push your feet into the floor, draw your abdominals in and up, and try to roll each spine back down onto the mat. Good. Adding on to this, a little breaststroke. My palms are facing forward. I know you can't see them. You're just gonna pick up your heart space and maybe look up a little bit, not too much. And then exhale, palms come down. That's the only add-on. So we go spinal roll down, weight of the head draws the shoulders forward. Bend your knees if you have to. And then inhale, rolling the spine back up until you're all the way to standing. So just to give you a little side view of my little breaststroke, I'm not really going into a crazy back bend. It's almost imagining if I was on my belly and I'm just lifting my nose off the mat. So just a tiny little lift here. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your side. So let's keep going with that roll down. Let's go rolling down, head, shoulders, ribs, and lower back. And then coming back up, pushing the floor away, rolling the spine, keeping your head heavy until the very last minute. Then reach the hands up. Think of a breaststroke. Pitch, lift the heart space, and then exhale, palms come down by your sides. 2 more times. Inhale, rolling down. Micro bend the knees, or you can bend them lots, whatever you need to. But remember this movement here because we're actually going to add on a roll up today, which we haven't. We've been building towards it. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, arms by your side. Last one, inhale. Coming back up. Inhale to lead the way. Push the earth away. It's Earth Day tomorrow. And then inhale, reach up. Lift the heart, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, palms by your side. So now we're going to get rid of the breaststroke, but we're just going to do some roll down. So same thing here, except I'm going to connect it with your breathing. 2 breaths to go down, 2 breaths to come up. So let's try it. Soften the knees, but try to keep the legs straight if you can. Inhale, weight of the head draws the shoulders forward. Exhale. Inhale into the low ribs. Keep coming down. Exhale all the way. Coming back up. Inhale. Push the floor away. Exhale, lower back. Inhale, ribs or shoulders. Exhale, neck and head. So it's timed. Let's go again. Inhale and exhale. In and out. You're at the bottom. Coming back up. Inhale and out. Hold the belly up and in and out. Last time coming down. Okay, in and out. If you need to bend the knees, you can. In and out. Now really push the floor away. Draw the navel to the back. Try to articulate, getting better. Very nice. And release. Take a little wider step. This is our saw standing up. So you're gonna try to keep your hips together. Try to keep your hips steady. So Patty, you might have your hands behind your head or across your chest. So my palms are gonna turn forward. And without moving my hips, I'm gonna twist to the right 3 times. 3, 2, 1, and center. And then go the other way. Twist 3, 2, 1, and center. So really plant those feet. Inhale, 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 and center. In, and come home. See if you can do this without moving your hips. So don't let your hips turn, don't let your knees move. Try to think of moving from your ribs. A little pulse here, pulse, pulse, a little more each time, last set. You'll thank me for this later. And last one to the right, pulse, pulse, or whichever way you were going. Let the arms float down, here's your saw. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, you're gonna twist to the left and saw off the outside of your leg. You're looking up to the hand behind you or in the air. And then inhale, come up, look behind you. Exhale, come back to center. All right, so that's one side. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, hand to the outside of your leg. Inhale, coming back up, keep twisted. And then exhale, come home to center. This is a great way to warm up the spine. Inhale, exhale, saw. I'm looking up. Inhale, I'm looking behind. And then exhale, looking forward. Inhale, twist behind. Exhale, looking up. Inhale, looking behind, reaching those fingers in opposition and center. We'll do one more time. We'll get a little practice here. Root your feet. Inhale. Exhale, reach those fingers away from each other. Inhale, coming up, again, reaching them away and center. Last one, in and out. Great for the hamstrings here. And exhale, come back home and release. Super job. So, Charlie Chaplin those feet. We're gonna roll down one vertebra at a time as we've been doing. Final roll down and coming to your knees. So if you can't do this and this little bit of a series on your knees, you can do this standing up. These are like squats sitting down, so we take the ankles out of the mix. So we'll start off the ankles. All right, thigh bones vertical, pressing the hips forward, aiming the tailbone down towards the floor, and aiming your sit bone or your hip bones towards the wall in front of you. And just kind of open across your collarbones, send the energy of the fingers down and send the energy of your crown of your head up. So you're nice and long, yeah? A little smile perhaps. And then as you inhale, you're gonna sit back like we did in those squats and really take that chest forward, raise those thumbs up comfortably, and then exhale, come on back up. So that's one, let's keep going. Inhale, sitting back, and exhale to come up, keep going. That's it. So we only raise those arm bones up enough that we don't jack the ribs up, right? So keep the front ribs and hips connected. So it's not really about an arching of the back. It's really about keeping it nice and straight. You guys look good. 2 more times. And last one. Pulling the arm bones back by those earlobes. Good. This time, arms in parallel. You're going to keep the angle of your hip the same and hinge from your knees if you can. So you're going to lean back, belly in and up. Good. And then as you come back up, open your arms like you want to hug. Good. Exhale. Feel the fronts of those thighs fire up. And feel the belly pull in and up to keep your spine nice and straight. Very good. Nice. 3 more times. Keep going. I'm just going to check everybody out. That's it. So doing our best to keep the spine nice and straight. Straight line of energy with the thighs. Yep. Good. And last one. Now, do you think we could combine the two? Let's bring the arms down. We'll do one squat and one reach back. Hinge and open. One squat, chest forward, sit the butt back. Good, thumbs up. And then up. And one leaning back. Arms in parallel. And then open. Good, 2 more times. Adding some coordination here. Don't worry if you lose it. And inhale, hinge. And up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hinge at those knees. And exhale, open the heart. Super job. Taking yourself back down into that squatted position. I'm not dumping all the weight into my heels. I'm hovering off them. And think of where we were when we did the breaststroke with the arms over the head. So I'm in this position. I'm just going to lift like I'm hovering my nose off my mat if I was lying down. So here's the position here, and we're going to start to flutter the arms. All right, think of a Pilates 100. Good, move from your shoulder blades. Let's go. Sit that butt back. Inhale for 5 counts. Yeah, up and down, alternating arms, and exhale for 5 counts. So in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4, and 5. In. Pulling belly in and up. Last 3 sets. This is great for the back if you don't have weights. Take a rest if you need it. Move from your shoulder blades. Move from the bra line, ladies out there. And last set, inhale. And out, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pause. Inhale, come up. Woo, I felt that, I'm sweating. Take your hands down onto the mat for tabletop. We'll do a nice little cat and cow here. So let's start with a nice long spine first. So take a deep breath in. As the air floats out, gently push the floor away and kind of dome your back. So the tailbone kind of aims more towards the backs of the knees or towards the mat. The shoulder blades spread apart. And then as you inhale, just float back into tabletop. So a straight spine. Exhale into cat. And inhale into table. So find a nice long spine again. Good, last 2. Exhale, push the floor away, dome the back, create a little C shape. And then inhale, try to aim your sit bones to the wall behind you. And last one. Good, and release. So this, some of us, if you've got a shoulder issue, just do your legs for this one. You're gonna brace your belly and take your right leg back behind you. If you're fine, your shoulders are fine, you're gonna take your left fingers forward. We're just doing one side to start with. So let's say right hand, left, or right foot, left hand. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Let's go all the way under. Bring the knee under and bring the wrist under the shoulder. So inhale, same leg, same arm, and exhale under. Inhale, keep going. 8 on this side, and exhale. Trying our best to keep the hip bone shining down to the floor. That looks fine, Kevin. You can do it again, yeah. Nice, and last one. Good, and next time, holding the leg up there, bringing the arm down, bringing the hand down, I should say. You're just gonna bend that back knee. You're gonna bend the back knee, try to keep the back thigh level with the hip. So don't let it go up and down, just try to curl your knee. Good, flex your ankle when you pull that leg in. So flex and then point. Flex and point. Keep that thigh bone up. Kevin, try to raise that knee a little higher if you can. Raise that, yes, that's it. And last one, hold and bring the knee under the hip. Good. We're gonna switch sides. So transfer the weight, left foot back, right fingers forward. Remember, you don't need to use the arms here if you don't need to. But otherwise, most of us, inhale to lift, exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, and exhale. So objective here is to keep the spine pretty quiet. Good. And try not to kick or throwing the leg back, but using control. Pilates is all about contrology, right? Last two, inhale to lift. Keep both hip bones down, good, Carl. And one more. Next time, keep your hand down, but keep your leg up. Find that length in the spine and curl. Flex the ankle, point the toe. Flex the ankle, point the toe. Good. Inhale to curl, exhale to extend the knee. Let's go for last 5. Try to get that heel into that butt. Waking up that hamstring and the glute. Beautiful. And 1. Good. And point and bring it under. Perfect. Sit back, let those wrists have a little bit of a rest. So you're in a little bit of a shell stretch here. When we're in this kind of child's posture, it's an awesome opportunity to feel what it's like to breathe with your ribs only. When the thighs compress the belly, you have to breathe with the ribs. You have no choice. So really take some deep breaths here. Let's take 3 together. Inhale through the nose. Ribs wide to the side and deep to the back. Exhale through the mouth. Pull the belly muscles away from those thighs, yeah? 2 more times. Expand those intercostals, those ribcage muscles. Exhale, belly away from the thighs. Last one in. Perfect. And then come one more time into table. Let's see what we can do here. Curl your toes. So my knees are under my hips, my wrists are under my shoulders. You can bring your hands a little more forward if your wrists are bothering you. So Patty, you might not hover here just because it's weight bearing, but we'll see. Hovering those knees for 3, 2, so the knees are off the floor to tenda. Curl your toes. Hover the knees. Yes. 3, 2, 1. And quietly lower them back down with control. 2 more sets here. Brace your belly, lengthen your spine, and inhale. Hover the knees for 3, 2, 1, and quietly place them back down. Good. Last time and hold. 3, 2, 1. Option. See if you can take your right leg back. Take your left leg back. We're going to march. Take the right knee in, still hovering, and the left knee in, and then lower. All right, then we're going to march the opposite way. Ready? Inhale, hover. Exhale, left leg back. Right leg back. Yep. Left knee under, right knee under, hovering, and lower. Amazing. Let's come on down to our bellies. Take a little rest. Palm is living on top of palm. I am hot in here tonight. Whew. So remember, positioning the pelvis, gently pressing your pubic bone into the earth, pulling the belly muscles away. And all we're going to do is pick up the legs just a little bit. My head's going to remain down and I'm going to flutter my legs. These are swimming legs. We did the arms earlier in the warm-up when we were kneeling. I want you to try to move not from your knees, so to tend to try to move from your butt. So keep those knees straight if you can help it. Let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. I'm fluttering my legs. Exhale, 2, 4, 5. 2 more sets. 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Last set. In. 2, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, and rest. Good. So patting your hands, we're gonna do fish. We're all gonna do fish together. Take your palms face up by your hips. You're gonna hover the nose like I was talking about earlier. So I'm just lifting a tiny bit off the floor, not excessive. I'm not trying to jack my lower back. So press the pubic bone down, hover the arms, open your chest by squeezing your shoulder blades together. Yeah, palms are up. And we're going to try to do opposite arm and leg here. So you're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Opposite arm and leg. I think we did these last week. I know you can't. Yeah, you got it, Tatenda. Nice. Inhale to lift. It doesn't have to be high. Just think length. Lifting from your armpit and lifting from your hip. That's it. If you're a little more accustomed, and you feel in tune with your body, come with me. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Lift, lift, out, out. Head is still. Body's long, last in and out. Good, slide your hands up by your chest. Any way you can get back to that shell stretch. Enjoy it for a moment or two. Whew. Moving into some glutes and abdominals. Oh, I love these little shell stretches. So again, pulling the belly muscles away from the thighs. You're gonna come up any way you can find yourself seated is perfect. So no transition there, just however you wanna get there today is good. So we're gonna start with a variation of the 100. Remember, we've been beating the hands doing those pumps lately. We're gonna do something similar. I'm just gonna change the camera for a second. Good. So we're gonna roll down. Make sure you have a nice spot to land back there. Roll down, pushing the palms into the sides of the thighs if need be. Elbows are up. Ooh, and I could just lie there all night. We're gonna start with the feet on the floor, is level 1. If you've been around a little bit and you're feeling strong tonight, level 2, squeeze your legs together and bring your knees into table. Let's all try this. Take a deep breath in, palms face your toes, and as you exhale, nod the chin and come up, reaching those fingers towards the wall in front of you. Inhale, pause, and then exhale, coming down. So remember, if the neck is bothersome, you don't have to do the neck. You can just focus on the belly and focus on the spine. So inhale, nod the chin, exhale, lifting up. Good, inhale, and then exhale, come back down. Let's do it again. Inhale, nod the chin, look at the tops of your knees. Exhale, coming up. If you need to imprint your lower back, like Beata, you might pull the low back into the floor, that's fine. And then exhale, coming down. Last one. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, coming up. Now hold this. Elbows slightly bent, fingers reaching. Good. You're going to squeeze your legs together and reach them away from you. And then inhale, pull them back in. Exhale. And then inhale. If it's too much for the neck, put it down. Put the head down. Good. Last 2. Inner ankles above the knee, everything squeezing together like magnets, big strong magnets. And last one. Good, and if you want a little challenge, let's go 4 more with straight legs. And up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Pull that low back into the floor. That's it. Protect that lower back. Last one, especially if you feel it in that lower back. That's up. I will do one more for Beata, so she's got 1 or 2 in there. Amazing. And hug those knees into the chest. Lower your upper body. Good stuff. Here's the roll up. All right, we might be ready for this. If you need to bend the knees, if you need to grab the thighs or swing up for this next exercise, that's fine. Here we go. I'll show you one first. Two breaths to come up, 2 breaths to come down. In, out, in, out. So in, out, in, and out. So from this position, the fingers reach forward, but the ribs pull back. Okay, the ears are lined up with the arm bones. You're looking down in between your knees. We lead with the pelvis. So pelvis first, lower back, ribs, shoulders, neck, and head. This is a big exercise, so take your time here. And our arms are over the head or by our sides, Patty. You don't have to bring the arms over the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, nod the chin. Pick up the head, the neck, the shoulders. So it's that articulation we've been working towards. Inhale and exhale. All right, I'm probably saying too much, but it's basically 2 breaths to come down. And then 2 breaths to come back up. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll the spine off them exactly, Patty. If you need to swing up anybody, that's cool. And pause. Last couple. So again, you can grab onto those thighs if you need a little help. You can bend the knees and you can pull yourself up if you need to. I was in that position 2 weeks ago. I couldn't do a roll up. And I was pretty fit. So this is not an easy exercise. It takes each vertebra, takes a lot of coordination to articulate the spine to do this. All right, have you had enough? Looks like it. All right, lying on your back. Bend the knees, draw those heels into the sit bones. Take your right leg up, and we'll do some leg circles. So across the body, down and around side center. Across, down and around side center. So always keeping the back of our pelvis nice and anchored in this one. The leg is trying to destabilize the pelvis. We don't let it. And last side, her last time in this direction, switch directions. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down and around side center. You can make your circles as big as you want as long as you're not tipping the water in your pelvis. If you're a little more advanced, you could straighten your left leg. This is a really great massage for your hip socket too. Good, bend both knees, switch legs. Other leg is up, try to get it straight if you can help it. Anchor the back of your pelvis, then come across, down and around side center. Across, like bottom half of a circle, side center. Across, down and around side and center. You're staying really within the framework of your own body. Last one. And switch directions. Side first. Inhale and then exhale the bottom half of the circle, yeah? Beautiful. Thinking that thigh bone is nice and heavy into the socket. Last one. And pause, bending both knees. Hug your knees into your chest and lift your forehead up towards the knees. So I'm pulling my shins into my chest and my shins are pushing into my hands. Lift, using your abdominals, lift your chest higher, almost pushing off the lower ribs, yeah? The elbows aren't in tight to the thighs. We want to be able to activate our back. So pick up your elbows like you're hugging a little tree. All right, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, grab the backs of your thighs and start to push into your hands to come up. Amazing. All right, rolling like a ball. Don't have to do this. I'll give you an option if you don't want to roll back. Sometimes the mats are too thin and it's not comfortable. So we're gonna basically start with the feet on the ground, walk the heels in as much as you can. My knees are outside my shoulders, but have a little bit of energy in the inner thighs too. So as you pull the thighs towards the ribs pull away from the thighs. We're gonna pick up the feet and hold, hold. We'll get really tight and small like a little ball. My elbows are up and they're bent. And then plant those toes back down. Good, 2 more times. Just slowly rock off the sit bones to the tailbone. Get small, pull the chest and knees towards each other. Yeah, bring it tight, Patty. That's it. And then exhale, land those toes and feet. Last time, inhale. Good. Now if you want, stay here and balance or come with me. Inhale, butt comes up. Exhale. I'm looking at my belly button, or where I think my belly button is. I'm using my breath. Inhale to pick my butt up. Exhale forcefully to help me back up. Last 2. This is not everybody's favorite, but it's a nice massage after a while. Last one. Beautiful. Extend those legs out long. You guys ready for some abdominals? All right, opposite hand to shin. Remember, all of this stuff, you can have your head on the ground. Keep your elbows up. Head, neck, and chest lifted. Elbows lifted. Single leg stretch. Opposite shin grabs onto the knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So the tempo here is really quick, slow. Quick, slow. Quick pause. Good. As that leg goes long, really extend it long. Get it long. Perfectly straight if you can, Patty. Perfect. Excellent. Really reach that leg not only out, but down towards the floor. Open that hip. And 3. And 2. And 1. And hold the knees and rest your upper body. Hands behind your head. Either feet are on the floor or you're gonna come to tabletop with me. Exhale, crisscross. Inhale to come back down. Elbows are wide. So crisscross is about opposite rib to opposite hip. That's it. Good option there, Patty. Very nice. See how everybody else is doing good. Now I know you can't see your knees, but are your thigh bones vertical? So Tatenda, you might move your knees further away from your head. Yes, it's gonna be harder, but squeeze those legs together. And 4, and 3, and 2. Amazing job, last one. Good. Rest your head, lengthen up your legs. You can stay with your hands behind your head, or you can place your hands face down on the small of your back for what's called lower and lift. This is good if you've got lower back issues and you're getting the strength. It takes some time to build the strength back from the lower back, so be patient. Here we go. Inhale, lowering one leg, and exhale to pull it back up. So it doesn't have to be low. You might only come here in the beginning. But try to move from your hip. Good, Tatenda. Move from your hip versus your foot or your knee. Try to move from the center of the body. Good. Now, if you feel like this is easy and you want a challenge, try both legs. Inhale, lower. Exhale and lift. 2 more times. And if it is too tough altogether, you can just have one foot on the floor and just do one leg at a time like this. All right? One leg on the floor or one foot on the floor and the other leg moving. Sorry, I should have given that option. And rest. Super. Hug the backs of your knees, look between your knees, and then push to come up. You're gonna extend the legs into a little bit of a V. Not too much. We've been working on this, hands in the side, or hands in behind the head. Inhale, you're gonna twist towards the left, and exhale, right elbow to right knee. Whether it finds it or not, doesn't matter. Inhale, coming up, keep twisted, and exhale forward. So you can see how we did this with long arms in the warm-up. Twist right, left elbow, left knee. Keep both sit bones anchored. And center. We'll do one more in this way. Try to pull those elbows back. I know it's tough. And side, and up, and center. One more time. Right, and side, and up, and center. Now, if you're finding this really uncomfortable, roll up your mat and try to elevate, or if you've got a pillow, elevate your pelvis higher than your knees. So I'll give you a moment to do that. Because we're going to do soft. We did it in the warm-up standing up. It's much easier standing up than with bent hips like this. And you can cross your ankles too if it's really, really bothering you. So extend the energy of the feet, press down into the sit bones, lift up and lengthen, relax those shoulders. You're going to twist towards me. You're going to turn and saw off the outside of your leg with your arm or your hand. Look behind you, reach those fingers in opposition. Inhale, stay twisted, reach those fingers even more away from each other. And then exhale, come forward. All right, so that's one side. Here we go to the other. Twist the ribs, saw, looking behind you. Still looking behind you, come up. And then exhale, center. Again, twist, saw, up, and center. Twist the ribs. Soft the outside of the leg. Sit up tall, stay twisted. Center. One more time. And center. Beautiful. Let the arms float down. Shake out the legs together. Good. Spinal stretch forward. And then we'll do a little bit of teaser prep. So, sitting as tall as we can muster. You're gonna let the weight of the head draw the shoulders forward. Actually, let's have the arms out in front of us. So let's restart that. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Push the legs into the floor. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Reach the arms forward as the ribs and belly pull back. All right, lifting up and over that imaginary beach ball. And last little reach, inhale. Exhale, stack the spine back up as best you can. We'll do one more set. Wow, the time goes fast. Inhale and exhale, coming forward. Inhale, pause down there. Just a little extra stretch, exactly, and then roll back up. Perfect. Let's roll onto our back for a little bit of bridge work before we go on to our sides. So the heels walk into the sit bones. Palms are going to lift down, but you can spread out your arms a little wider if you need to. Inhale, you're just going to start to dig the heel centers gently into the floor to pick up your hips. Lengthen out your low back by sending, again, that tailbone away from your ribs. So in between the backs of the knees. And then exhale, lower back down. So we're just doing a lunar lift off. Inhale, pick up the hips. And then exhale, lower back down. Inhale to lift. Notice that if you're hanging more out on the pinky toe side of your feet, you want to press down more with the big toe ball, and vice versa. If you're collapsing in the arches, then again, push more with the pinky toe ball or the outside of your heel. Last one. On the next one, we're going to hold it up and we're going to do some marches. Trying to keep the pelvis steady, ground your left heel and bring your right knee into table. Plant that foot back down and switch. Ground your right heel, knee over other hip. So all we're doing is alternating. Now the arms wider are going to help you stabilize a little bit better in the pelvis and not let those hips dip and go too wild, right? Be mindful of your toe placement. So you're going to go toe ball heel. As you raise each leg, toe ball heel. Let's go 4 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Amazing. Good. And up. When you feel even, hold, lift, and then land everything back down. Take a rest here. All right, take a little rest. One more for the back. I think we've done this, we did this last week. So inhale for nothing. As you exhale, either articulate your spine up one vertebrae at a time. So you're going to inhale at the top, and as you exhale, instead of just dropping the whole spine down in one piece, you're going to try to articulate it. So soften your breastbone, soften your ribs, pull your belly in, unravel your tail as best you can, and then release. So inhale to prepare, exhale. Notice the pubic bone comes higher than the hip bones, the low back presses, not presses, but is down into the mat, and then roll up. It's easier said than done, right? Oftentimes when I'm doing these articulations, I'll notice a waver from side to side, or I'll notice that parts of my vertebra feel like there's a big one piece, like 3 vertebrae are stuck together. So whatever you feel, you're not alone. You might feel like a whole chunk of your body just plunks down onto the mat. That's totally normal. So just try your best just to articulate. It's a beautiful massage for each part of your spine. All right, next time you're up there, stay up there. The weight should be across your shoulders and raise your right leg up. We're going to do 4 of these. You're going to flex the foot on the way down, line it up with your left knee, and then point the toe on the way up. That's 1. Inhale down, exhale up 2. Inhale down, exhale up 3. Let's do 5 just to be sure. Hold, table, toe ball, heel. Lower the pelvis. We'll go again. Lift the pelvis. Tabletop, extend the leg. Now we only lower the leg as much as your opposite thigh. So lower, flex, and point. And flex. Good to 10. Now lift those hips. Try to get the spine in the same line of energy as your thigh. You can help it. 2 more. Doing great. And last one. Hold it up. Bend the knee. Place the foot back down. And land and have a rest. Good job. The next part is going to be on our tummies. Let's rock up. Any way you want to come onto your belly. Make sure we have enough time. I changed my mind. We're going to come onto our side. So Patty, this part you might want to do standing up just because it involves weight bearing when your arm is elevated. So we don't want to do that. So you're going to start it with a long line, just like your mat, if you've got a mat. All right, so we're starting this position. I've got my elbow bent underneath. Hand is on the base of the skull. We're going to start with our leg kicks. So you're going to bring your legs forward. That's right. Hover the top leg. And you're going to double kick forward and reach back. Double kick and reach. Double. I'm flexing my ankle as I come forward. Flex my ankle and pointing my toes as I go back. Double. And point and double. And point. Good. Hold here. Bring both legs back to straight. So now we're one big long line again, like we're standing up on the ground. My elbow's still bent. Good. And I'm just going to lift and lower my top leg. All right, just that outer hip again. Good. And two. So Patty, you can bring your leg out to the side and then circle. Just little circles. 4 in the front, and then circle 4 in the back. Try not to tip. That's the hard part. Ha. And then bend your top foot. You can even grab your shin or your ankle, and you're just going to focus on your bottom leg. Inner thigh lifts. Think about picking up the bottom leg just from below your pubic bone. Good. That's it. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, very good. Small but mighty, believe me. We want these fired up for the next 2 exercises. Then extend both legs. Remember the house for the mouse. Those have been around. You're going to keep the house for the mouse as you lift both legs up. Lift and lower. Lift. You're going to feel this probably in the top of your side waist. And lower and lift and lower. Straighten your bottom arm. Straighten your top arm. You're going to almost slide your bottom arm towards you as you lift up and lift the legs and down. So lift and down. It's kind of tough if you don't have the ability to slide. Like I've got a lot of stickiness here. So it's pretty tough for me to slide that bottom arm. But notice how the bottom hand is still on the ground. And yes, nice to 10. 2 and 1. Lift and rest. Nice. Amazing. Hug your knees into your chest. Have a little nap right here before we go to the other side. So come on up. Patty, if you're standing, great. You don't have to do much, but we're going to switch sides. Make sure you've got some space. You're not going to kick your buddy. So I'm starting with my elbow bent here, really pushing my bottom elbow into the floor. And I'm going to take my bottom and my top leg forward. About, 30, 40 degrees. All right, if you're a straight leg, your hip is 180, you want about 140, I guess. Here we go to hover, double leg kick, 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 and point. In, exhale. Good, so don't be deceived. This little double kick is controlled. Don't feel like you have to do it really fast. But make sure you're the master. In, and out. Good. In, and out. Try to keep your spine nice and straight. Your ribs might come forward a little bit, but not much. And last one. In, and out. Perfect. Leg over leg. Bring both legs into the length of your mat again. You're going to just bring the top leg up and down. Not too high. Yep. Woo. Trying to keep those hips stacked and the eyes of the hips facing forward. And then you'll feel that side hip. All right. Yeah. Toes and knees forward. And a very small circle forward 4 times. And a very small circle backward, moving from your hip joint. Good. Amazing. All right. Pause. Then we're going to slide that top foot. It's almost a stretch there for the hip. This is much easier on the side. And then lift your bottom leg. No problem. Good. Last 8, 7, 6. Noticing if one side's a lot easier than the other. Like my other side's very tight. This is easy compared to the other side to lift. And rest. Good. Extend both legs. You're going to lift both legs. Lift and lower. Like it's one leg. You could think of the bottom leg pushing into the top leg. Bottom leg pushing into the top leg. And 2. Good. Then straighten your bottom arm. You're going to reach towards those toes. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Nice. And lower. Very good. So use your bottom hand and use those muscles around your armpit to help you lift up. That's it. 2 more times. And last one. And down. Perfect. Hand comes down. Hug those knees. Have a little nap. Whew. Rest here for a couple breaths. See how everybody's doing. Good. All right. We're going to finish off on our tummies. So any way you can see, you're going to come down onto your belly. And your toes can be wider here. You're going to shake your toes from side to side just to loosen out any tension. Nice. Perfect. And then bend your knees, take your heels together and your toes apart. It's like a frog, okay? So the soles of the feet kind of press to the heavens. Press your pubic bone down, pull your belly in, and see if you can lift your thigh bones up, just off the floor a little bit. Using your glutes here versus your lower back. So they're very small. Good, Carl. Ooh, awesome. Yeah, they're tiny. That's it. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Extend those legs long. Start to walk your elbows underneath your shoulders. So I'm in a Sphinx position. Pubic bone is down. Shoulders are not hunched up, but we're pushing the shoulder blades a little down the back. Push your elbows into the floor. And then think that you're trying to drag your body forward, but you can't because you're stuck to your mat. So you've got that kind of pulling of the heart space through the arms. Hold that position as we kick the leg like we did earlier. What do we do with the flex foot, I think? Let's go flex, point, flex, point. Don't worry if you can't get this coordination, then just do flex, flex. We'll just do flex, flex, point. Just like this. In, exhale. In, exhale. 2 more times. That's it. Keep pressing your elbows down, pulling the chest forward. This is not easy to stay up here. Eyes are forward. Last one on the other side. Good. And then release. Nice. Forehead comes down on the hands. I want to start doing our double leg kick. So both legs go at the same time on this one. I'll show you first. We're going to do an easier one. We're going to go kick, 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 and then sweep the arms down alongside your body, palms down, and just kind of imagine you're skydiving and you're getting really aerodynamic. So nice and long, lifting chest, lifting legs, and then exhale, hands come down. Kick, 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 inhale, lengthen. So that's the whole thing. All right, let's do 3 of those. Here we go. Inhale, 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 exhale. I've got it wrong, actually. Exhale, 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 inhale. Often inhaling on back bends. Here we go, 2 more. And in, extend those elbows, lift the chest, kick 3 times. Kick, 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 inhale. Good, and rest. Nice, just turn your head towards me. Patty, this might not be a good one for you. You might just keep your hands next to you because it'll involve internal rotation. So for those of us who feel fine, you're going to take hand over hand. All right, so I've got my hand over hand, and I'm going to let my elbows go. Let your elbows relax. Exactly, Tatenda, good. So the elbows are relaxed. My head's turned off to one side. doing nothing. Nice. Then as you inhale, lift your elbows, bring your nose to center, and again, come back to that kind of reaching, nice and long, aerodynamic. Standing elbows, fingers reaching. Yeah, Carl, if you want to interlace your fingers and do that, you can. That's the next part. All right, then exhale, hand over hand, turn your head the other way. Rest your elbows, let them go. Take a rest. And then inhale, pubic bone down, lift the heart, lift the legs. It's really about length over height. Good, we'll do one more set, hand over hand. Maybe you switch your lead hand. Turn your head towards me. Relax those elbows. Yeah, exactly. I gotta remind myself to do that every time. Feels good though. Pardon me. And then next time, lift the elbows so you engage your upper back, and then lift and lengthen like that bullet. Long and aerodynamic. And then exhale, hand over hand last time. Whew. Good, lifting the elbows, bring your nose center, bring your hands behind your shoulders. Any way you can come up, so just come up safely. Lift your head, your neck, your chest, push your palms up and sit back in that shell stretch. Pardon me, or a child's pose, whatever you like. So taking rest here. Good, then lift your head, slide your hands back towards your knees. Any way you can come into a forward fold. So I've got my toes tucked. I'm gonna walk my hands back towards my feet. And I can bend my knees as much as I see fit, okay? But to get the hamstrings, you're gonna have to work on straightening the knees. Not to get them straight, but just go in that direction. So once you feel the first point of tension, you're good. Just breathe there. So as you exhale, if you're more closer to being straight legs, start to shift some of that weight to the balls of your feet. And then as you inhale, let's come into that squat. We've been working on elbows to thighs. So now the weight's in the heels. Like I could lift my 10 toes up pretty easily. And then shift the weight into the hands, press the thigh bones back, drop your head. Maybe press your thighs back more as you put the weight in the balls of the feet. Notice how your pelvis shifts forward naturally. And then when you're ready, inhale, start to come into the squat, elbows to thighs. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, belly in, forward fold, weight to the balls of the feet. And then inhale as you bend your knees. The more you bend your knees, the more weight's in the heels. Good, last time, coming forward fold. This time we're gonna finish it off with a roll up. As you inhale, push the floor away. As you exhale, pull your belly in and up. Inhale, shoulders. Exhale, neck and head. Take a moment just to feel the energy you're made of. Make any adjustments if necessary. Hopefully equal grounded on all 4 corners of your feet. Then inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, palms by your side. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, gather your energy for the rest of the night. And this time, just bring your thumbs in front of your heart. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I hope you guys had a great practice. I'm gonna unmute you now. Great stuff.